Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. This is Scott Don coming to you. We're live broadcast number 172 to address to the Kringle Private Society. Um, Today topic is regarding to technology, to 5G network, 5G wavelength, 5G microwave, where they're going to implement around the city. Okay. ជម្រាបសួរអ្នកទាំងអស់គ្នាខ្ញុំស្គាល់តនមកថ្ងៃនេះចង់ណែនាំអ្នកឲ្យទាំងអស់គ្នាឲ្យដឹងអ្វីអ្វីអំពីសមាគម TBC ហើយនឹងចំណងជើងអឺផ្សាយក្នុងថ្ងៃនេះគឺជាអំពីtechnology ហើយណាមួយទៀតអំពីជាគេហៅ Wi-Fi 5G 5G នេះគឺថាវាបង្កើតចេញមកនេះគឺថាវាដូចថាជា microwave wavelength radiation វាអាចធ្វើឲ្យយើងមានជំងឺឈឺដល់តែគេហៅថា Alzheimer ហើយមានជំងឺឈឺធ្វើឲ្យយើងនឹងថាល្ងិតមើលល្ងិតភ្នែកណាហើយណាមួយមានរោគស្អីផ្សេងចេញមកពីនេះ 5G ដែលគេនឹងអាចធ្វើបានអញ្ចឹងហើយមិនថាខ្ញុំមិនថាមិនប្រឆាំងអំពី technology ទេប៉ុន្តែឲ្យវាមាន balance ឲ្យវាមានស្មើគ្នាកុំឲ្យ technology ខ្លាំងពេកដល់តែណាមួយអត់មានពិសោធន៍មើលតើបើបញ្ចេញអា technology 5G នឹងមកគេមានពិសោធន៍មើលទេតើបើគេបើកអា 5G នឹងចេញមកតើមានគ្រោះថ្នាក់យ៉ាងម៉េចខ្លះប៉ះពាល់ដល់សុខភាពប្រជាជនទូទៅប៉ុន្តែគេមានពិសោធន៍មើលហើយគេមានហើយដែលថាហ្នឹងមិនឃើញថា 5G ហ្នឹងបើគេបើកវាខ្លាំងគេធ្វើឲ្យយើងហ្នឹងល្ងើគេឲ្យឈួតហើយធ្វើឲ្យអាខួរក្បាលយើងហ្នឹងវាភ្លេចចេះតែភ្លេចអញ្ចឹងណាអញ្ចឹងទៅពេលវាដាក់នៅក្នុងទីក្រុង 5G ហ្នឹងឥឡូវនេះឃើញចេញមកច្រើនណាស់នៅស្រុកមិត្តអ៊ីងវាដាក់បកគោលចិត្តគ្នាអូខេយើងធ្លាប់ឃើញហើយតាំងពី 3G 4G ឥឡូវនេះ 5G ជាជនទូទៅចេះតែធ្វើឲ្យល្ងើធ្វើឲ្យឈួតអញ្ចឹងហើយថាតទៅមុខទៀតវាធ្វើនេះវាមាន radiation ហ្នឹងហើយឥឡូវនេះពីថ្ងៃនេះវានៅធាតុអាកាសនៅ California នៅអាមេរិកហ្នឹងគឺជាត្រជាក់ហើយខ្យល់ព្យុះភ្លៀងមិនឈប់អានេះមិនមែនជាធម្មជាតិទេព្រោះធម្មតាហ្នឹងនៅកលីហ្នឹងវាមានពេលវេលាភ្លៀងមានពេលវេលាអត់ភ្លៀងអញ្ចឹងប៉ុន្តែដែលថាវាមានកាន់កាប់ខាងសិនថានឹងអាចធ្វើឲ្យភ្លៀងអាចធ្វើឲ្យខ្យល់ព្យុះនឹងអាចធ្វើឲ្យអង្គើផែនដីហ្នឹងវាមានចឹងហើយក្នុងហ្នឹងវាមានចេញមកផ្សាយប្រាប់ទៀតថាវាចង់បំបត្តិថ្ងៃរះហ្នឹងធ្វើឲ្យត្រជាក់ពេលខែត្រជាក់ហ្នឹងធម្មតានៅខាងខ្ញុំនេះវាមិនសូវត្រជាក់ណាស់ទេមិនដល់តែ25ទៅ30 degree ប៉ុន្តែឥឡូវនេះវាត្រជាក់ហើយខ្យល់ព្យុះភ្លៀងមិនចេះឈប់អញ្ចឹងហើយមិនថាដែលរបៀបវាធ្វើហ្នឹងក្រងការវានេះដែលថាវាដូចថាចង់សម្រាប់យើងតើបើវាយកកំភ្លើងមកបាញ់យកទាហានមកស្លាប់អញ្ចឹងយើងជាជនទូទៅនឹងអាចហៅវាឡើងស្លាកការហៅប្តឹងវានឹងហៅឡើងប៉ុន្តែបើវាធ្វើដូចជាធម្មជាតិដូចជាខ្យល់ព្យុះដូចជាភ្លៀងឈប់ដូចជាចុះអាប់ចុះអីធ្វើអង្គើផែនដីអញ្ចឹងអាហ្នឹងវាទៅចោតថាអាហ្នឹងមិនមែនពួកវាធ្វើទេ អាហ្នឹងមកពីធម្មជាតិដែលថាខ្យល់អាកាសធាតុអាកាសដែលថានឹងយើងប៉ះពាល់ប៉ុន្តែមិនមែនអញ្ចឹងទេវាមានក្រុមការវាកម្មវិធីវាស្អីមានគ្រប់សពអស់ហើយដែលវានឹងអាចធ្វើយើងបានប៉ុន្តែចឹងហើយបានថាខ្ញុំចង់និយាយប្រាប់អ្នកទាំងអស់គ្នាtechnology វាល្អមែនវាជួយឲ្យយើងធ្វើបានជឿនលឿនប៉ុន្តែ technology ច្រើនពេកជឿនលឿនខ្ពស់ពេកអញ្ចឹងទៅវាធ្វើឲ្យដើម្បីថាគេចង់អ្នកខ្លះគេអ្នកមានគេចង់រស់នៅបានយូរហើយណាមួយទៀតដែលថាគេនឹងរកវិធីរករបៀបដែលថានឹងដូរចង់បានរស់យូរអញ្ចឹងមានតែយកព្រលឹងមនុស្សយើងនឹងទៅដាក់ក្នុងម៉ាស៊ីនប៉ុន្តែបើម៉ាស៊ីននឹងវាអត់មានភ្លើងវាក៏ត្រូវតែងាប់ដែរហើយណាមួយទៀតដែលថាវារកឃើញរកបានរកដឹងថាមេភ្លើងដុំភ្លើងហ្នឹងវាអាចចេះតែមានរហូតចឹងវាអាចធ្វើបានអញ្ចឹងទៅអាហ្នឹងទៅវានឹងដូចថាក្រុមការវានឹងមិនអាចធ្វើបាននឹងរស់បានយូររហូតចឹងហើយមិនថា Again, I just want to make it clear technology we have to balance cannot be everything has a balance negative positive good bad it's all in a balance stage one cannot overtake the other then you have chaos okay and that's why with this 5G with this big technology they're not enforcing they're implementing putting up around the cities it's a close proximity so when they flip the switch when they turn it on they know the cause can cause Alzheimer can cause all different kind of disease and when they flip the switch the radiation is very high so radiation is not good for human cells DNA as you all know it radiation can kill the cell good and bad cell so in this case 5G is powerful radiation microwave radiation so just think if you look directly that's what they were saying if you in a direct wave of the 5G it could fry your eyeball just like an egg so just imagine that your eyeball being fried like an egg you know how egg fry crispy so with that being said would that be going blind you'll be going blind then so and in your brain what is that going to do to your brain and that is why they are being forcing people that live in rural area going into the city burn them out from the rural area where they live in the countryside where it's harder to control harder to manage so they're burning them out and move them into the mass populated housing facility that they can control that they can everybody live in a close proximity ចឹងហើយមិនថាវាខុសគ្នាពីពលពតវាចលះប្រជាជនចេញពីទីក្រុងវាចលះចេញអស់ហើយនឹងវាយកទឹកដីយកដល់ចឹងហើយវាសម្លាប់នៅព្រៃប៉ុន្តែអានេះវា opposite វិញវាប្រច្រាស់មកវិញវាដេញប្រជាជនពីក្រៅពីនៅស្រុកស្រែនៅដេញចូលក្រុងហើយដល់មកដេញចូលក្រុងយើងនៅច្រើនគ្នានៅគោនៅលើគ្នាអញ្ចឹងហើយអញ្ចឹងទៅវាស្រួលធ្វើ តើវាគាត់តែបើក turn on the flips បើក 5G ហ្នឹងហើយបើវាចង់ប្រឡែងជំងឺស្អីនៅក្នុងទីក្រុងវាស្រួលបើនៅក្រៅនៅស្រុកស្រែនៅអីចឹងវាពិបាកចឹងទៅបានវាដុតផ្ទះដុតអីដេញប្រជាជនចូលក្រុងអូខេហើយអញ្ចឹងខ្ញុំចង់share វីដេអូពី 5G network នេះអូខេឥឡូវសំស្ដាប់អំពីដែលថាគេណែនាំប្រាប់ឲ្យយើងដឹង
While your minds are still able to, because we're literally at a point where we will not be able to engage, we will not have control over our bodies or our minds. This is cyborg reality now within our cities. We're going to talk about the 5G, but I'm just going to read this. The emergence of a planet-wide electronic communications grid connecting the thoughts and feelings of billions of people and linking them to rapidly expanding volumes of data, to fast-growing webs of sensors being embedded by millions throughout the world, and to increasingly intelligent devices, robots, and thinking machines, the smartest of which already exceed the capability of all of us in performing a growing list of discrete mental tasks, and now already surpass humans in manifestations of intelligence that we as humans had always assumed would remain the unique province of our species. Sadly, that is no longer the case. So we're going to get into the 5G. It is nothing short of diabolical. We're going to first recommend that all of you go to the top of stopthecrime.net, the home page, and what you will find is the opportunity to download the symptom list for frequencies. And again, go to the top of stopthecrime.net. Everyone needs to understand what is occurring. So the only thing that we can do right now is to disengage from all wireless as soon as possible. Now, it's important to understand what the 5G is doing and what they say it's doing. We're told on the IEEE beamforming document that this technology cooked your eyes like eggs in World War II. Cooked your eyes like eggs. So we need to understand where we are with this.
Again, I just wanted to tie this to the recent information regarding to the TSA. The 5G is being used in that facility in airports where they scan you, and there are testing using those TSA agent as a specimen, as a experiment. Some of the agent has the device which is reflective, meaning that the 5G will not harm them. And a group of other TSA do not have those devices, so that means they're more susceptible to all this radiations being bombarded where they work and causing cancer, as we seen that admin post a few blocks back regarding to the sickness of TSA who got sick, not just a few months only that they were working because they were standing and exposing long-term 5G wavelength radiation, microwave as they call it, and that's why we need to be awake to this 5G's atrocity. But I guess people these days being programmed to need more high Wi-Fi access so that you can get real time, instantaneously data download, upload, but they don't know the effect of this radiation, microwave radiation, okay, that they're being released. And again, this is being weaponized. And when they move these people into the central city area, easier for them to control and easier for them to annihilate. So again, wake up, people. Let's continue.
And what is happening with the 5G. So we're going to go into what the success of 5G is going to require. That's IEEE, that means Institute for Electric and Electronic Engineers. You can read a document entitled Everything You Need to Know About 5G. And you all need to understand these are military weapons. These are assault frequencies. If you garner nothing more than that, that's what you need to know. But here's what they're telling us and why they're implementing faster data speeds. Because they're telling us that today's mobile users want faster data speeds and more reliable service. And they say the next generation of wireless networks, 5G, promises to deliver just that and so much more. The 5G users should be able to download a high-definition film in under a second, a task that took 10 minutes on the 4G. The wireless engineers say that networks will boost the development of other new technologies such as autonomous reality and the Internet of Things. That is the most important takeaway this conversation is about. But they say that, and what I find extremely interesting, and again, you can look at this on stopthecrime.net, in our bills that we get with Pacific Gas and Electric for our electric bills, almost on a monthly basis, there's a bill insert. And of course, Pacific Gas and Electric and your utilities are all run by Rothschild. And they have an explanation about EMF frequencies and whether it causes health problems or not. And there's a very interesting paragraph in their insert. They tell us that international, national, and California laws, because these are inserts in our bills, are unable to define whether the frequencies are safe or not safe. And this remains the circumstances of the findings to date. So they're telling us it is still uncertain. They use the word uncertainty. You can download this again at the top of stopthecrime.net. You're likely getting these in your bills. People do not read the inserts. We know that the evil doers are required, it's a code of ethics, that they must let us know what they're doing in advance. So what else is happening now? We've just found out recently that the World Health Organization has identified 5G as an addiction. Video gaming is now an addiction and a mental disorder, of which drugs are now going to be implemented. And this is going to be classified in the International Classification of Diseases, which is a publication that's due out this year. It's updated every so many years, and it will include gaming disorder as a serious health condition. And yet they're telling us that the 5G is necessary so we can connect to the Internet of Things. But yet it is addiction. But worse than that, this is elimination of people.
Again, this is tied into the depopulation agenda. So when they're doing this, is all linked up. Okay, we just need to be awake and be knowledge is power. Okay, knowledge is power, and knowledge will set you free. But if you just like what your silence is their consent. I mean, that's mean you giving them the consent to do what they want. So if you know that they are killing you, are you still be silent to have them giving them the consent to kill you? ចឹងហើយបានថាបើយើងនឹងដឹងថាអ្វីអ្វីដែលរបៀបគេនឹងមកសម្លាប់យើងទាំងស្រុងចឹងមក I mean អឺតើបើយើងដឹងតែគេធ្វើអញ្ចឹងតើយើងនឹងបើយើងមិននិយាយអានឹងដូចថាយើងឲ្យសិទ្ធគេធ្វើអញ្ចឹងឯងយើងមិនប្រឆាំងគេយើងអានឹងយើងមិនយកចិត្តទុកដាក់យើងថាអានឹងអត់អីទេអានឹងតទៅមុខយើងក៏ងាប់ដូចតែគ្នាដឹងមែនតទៅមុខយើងត្រូវតែងាប់មែនប៉ុន្តែអានេះងាប់ដោយតែធម្មជាតិដោយតែយើងនឹងនិយាយថាធម្មជាតិថាយើងដឹងថាយើងប៉ុន្តែយើងមិនចង់ឲ្យគេមកសម្លាប់យើងទាំងស្រុងអញ្ចឹងទេយើងគឺត្រូវតែកើតមកលើផែនដីនេះរស់នៅឲ្យទូទីឲ្យនៅសេរីហើយមិនទៅអញ្ចឹងទៅនៅគេគ្រប់គ្រងកាន់កាប់គេនឹងបញ្ជាយើងគេនឹងចង់ថាមនុស្សច្រើនពេកឥឡូវហ្នឹងគេស្លាប់ចោលខ្លះទៅមិនស្លាប់ចោលខ្លះអីស្លាប់ចោលតែប្រហែល80-90% ជាជនមកពិភពលោក Okay, so good morning, Stephen. Thank you for joining the broadcast again. So, my topic today is about balancing of technologies. Okay, and with everything else, it has to be a balance. And what they're doing is not balanced. Basically, they are annihilating the humanity, the populations, the depopulation. The agenda 21 to the agenda 30, meaning there will be tie into their one world government, new world order. So let's continue on with this report.
Now I'd like all of you to type in Palantir and the orb, ORB. You're going to see a very, very diabolical photograph of Donald Trump in Saudi Arabia, putting his hands on the crystal ball, which represents Palantir, or thought crime prediction. And we need to understand it would not have mattered who got in the White House. It does not matter. We're a corporate structure. We don't have the elected officials that we think we have. And as soon and as quickly as we can discard that propaganda out of our minds, the better off we will be in understanding how we need to protect ourselves. Now, I will tell you, I spoke with Dr. Bill Deagle yesterday, and I was on his show, and he is talking about the creation of a device that will help to reduce the frequencies that we're going to be hit with. We are going to be slaughtered, and many people now are creating devices. So, Sean, when we talk about solutions, we have the capability and the know-how to have certain protections available to us. Many people also have found that crystals used properly can deflect frequencies. We recently learned that the crystals used in the radios in World War II was one of the main advantages that the United States had. And this was the quartz in the radios. So crystals are extremely powerful, and many people are now going to be implementing crystals around their properties and in their homes to deflect some of these frequencies that are now escalating. So let's read a little more about 5G and what some of the problems with 5G is and why the Wildlands project is being implemented to drive us out of the rural lands. And that is because 5G will not work in the country. It must and will be implemented into the density in the cities. It is a
See, just like I mentioned earlier, when they burn you out and chasing you into the city, as if you live in the rural area and the countryside area, it's harder for them to control, harder for them to make this 5G effective. Okay, by migrating, by forcing people into a mass condensed population in a city, it's easier for them to implement ចឹងហើយបានថាដែលគាត់និយាយប្រាប់នេះថាឥឡូវនេះគេនឹងកំពុងតែដេញប្រជាជនពីស្រុកស្រែចូលទៅចូលក្រុងអាហ្នឹងដូចជាថាcorral cattle corralling and we are the cattle. So but still people still asleep, still say no, it's not true, they can't do this, their government is powerful. But what if the government is in cahoot with them and they're being paid off? So corruption is all, not just in world air in other country. Every country has its own corruption. Okay, it's all about money and power. The more money, the more power they can have, the more insane thing that they do, and to keep their power, to keep their money coming in. So that's why absolute power have absolute corruption, absolute. Okay, and this, look at the map. Okay, so let's continue on.
Dense network of frequencies. And here's what we know about that. They go on to tell us that there's one problem that the 5G runs into. They tell us that many people are using devices and they're consuming more data than ever before, but their data remains crammed on the same bands of radio frequency spectrum for mobile providers that have always been used in the past. And this means less bandwidth for everyone, causing slower service and more dropped connections. This is how they're selling this to us. But they go, the need to really literally deploy hundreds and hundreds of these in our cities. In fact, they tell us that these small mobile portable miniature base stations, or 5G, will be deployed every 820 feet apart throughout our cities. There will be thousands, millions of these throughout our cities. They say to prevent our cell signals from being dropped, the carriers will install millions of these, and they will form a dense network that act like a relay team, receiving signals from other base stations and sending data to users at any location. They go on to tell us that this radically different network structure will provide a more targeted and efficient use of the broadband spectrum. Having more stations means the frequencies that one station uses to connect with devices in one area can be reused by another station serve in another area. But there is a problem. The sheer number of small cells require to build a 5G network, and it will be hard to set up in rural areas. And here's what they're telling us the difficulty in the country areas are. Vegetation prevents the signals from being able to travel, and also rain prevents the signals from traveling. Hence, the weather control and the droughts. that will not prohibit the signals from traveling. Again, they want us out of the country. All of these signals penetrate all structures and all living things. This is what is intended with 5G. And in fact, Sean, we're having meetings here in Santa Rosa because they're rolling them out here now in Northern California. And they're saying that they're going to start rolling these out in Sacramento in California. But these are headed to you too. So what we're finding is that these micro cell towers that are putting unimaginable watts and frequencies into the environment, it's microwave radiation warfare is what this is. And they're putting them on our sidewalks. They can't underground the 5G network. And this is, of course, without any public input or knowledge, just like the Palantir or the Thought Police implementation in New Orleans. Not even the city council, who doesn't represent us anyway, but not even the city council was aware of the implementation of the CIA-backed predictive policing in New Orleans.
Yeah, and you know what? I have to just jump in. I've been quiet this whole time because you really stunned me with that picture of Trump with the magic orb in Saudi Arabia. And these are just a couple of recent headlines here from the Daily Mail 5 days ago. Secretive startup uses predictive policing in New Orleans. And Palantir, the company that knows too much, from New York Daily News just 2 days ago. Guys, this is just as serious as a heart attack. It seems to me that they've privatized their eugenics programs. That's what's going on here, Deborah.
That's exactly what's going on. Now we're going to jump into something else because we literally got this Palantir information from a source that has now sent it out. We've been putting it across on as many outlets as possible. I would highly recommend everyone go to stopthecrime.net, download these documents for yourself, see for yourself what your cities are leading you into. It's not a matter of, sadly, of stopping this. This is a rollout of genocide. Now, we're going to be really trying to create public awareness. This is why we're talking about it right now. But I want to jump in to one more thing that's diabolical, and everyone needs to understand what has also happened to our food supply. We know it's been poisoned. We know the water's been poisoned. We know the air has been poisoned. But we need to talk about Cinemix. And Cinemix is spelled Senomyx. Senomyx. And all of you listening can go to stopthecrime.net, type that in our search bar, and you will find this information. It's very startling. You're going to see photographs that are going to be very, very disturbing. But more importantly, you're not going to want to eat this, okay? So we're going to talk about what this is. There's a list of companies that are using human fetal cells from aborted babies as a flavor enhancement in our food supply.
That is sick. That is so sick and so evil what they're doing. Human fetus, abort baby. And I've seen this on also the other company that using this as enhancement in the capsule, in the pills. And these people are evil. Okay. នេះហើយមិនថាអ្វីៗដែលគេធ្វើនេះគេយកកូនងាដែលថាគេស្លាប់យកមកកិនដាក់នៅក្នុងម្ហូបអាហារដែលយើងឲ្យយើងញ៉ាំដាក់ទាំងក្នុងនឹងថ្នាំក៏មានដែរតែថ្នាំដែលថាចង់ឲ្យយើងនឹងមានកម្លាំងហើយធ្វើឲ្យយើងនឹងនៅក្មេងមើលទៅស្បែកនឹងនៅដូចក្មេងហើយចឹងហើយមិនថាវាឥឡូវហ្នឹងវាធ្វើអញ្ចឹងมันវាបញ្ចេញច្បាប់ថ្មីមកដែលថាច្បាប់ដែលនៅអាមេរិកនេះនៅស្អីEast Coast នេះដែលថាវាចេញមកNew York តែច្បាប់នឹងចេញមកថាវានឹងអាចស្លាប់កូនងា 9 ខែដែលថាចេញកើតមកហ្នឹងវាអាចសម្លាប់បានអញ្ចឹងហើយមិនថាវាយកកូនងាហ្នឹងវាយកវាបេះដូងសួតអីដែលថាអ្វីៗដែលវាត្រូវការយកទៅលក់ឲ្យពួកអ្នកមានហើយដែល it's sickening វាថាក្រក់ណាស់នេះហើយពួក detached អស់នេះវាមានហ៊ានចេញច្បាប់មកឲ្យសម្លាប់កូនងា9 ខែកើតចេញមកនៅអាចវាសម្លាប់បានតើច្បាប់ឈួតស្អីចឹងខ្ញុំណែនាំប្រាប់មុនចឹងនិយាយតទៅថាព្រះបង្កើតឲ្យមានជីវិតវាគឺចង់សម្លាប់បណ្ឌិតជីវិតតើពិចារណាមើលវានឹងពួកដែលឆានអាក្រក់ណាស់សែនអាក្រក់ចឹងហើយមិនថាភ្ញាក់ឡើងអ្នកទាំងអស់គ្នាយកចិត្តទុកដាក់ឲ្យដឹងអ្វីដែលរបៀបគេនឹងមកសម្លាប់យើងមានវិធីច្រើនណាស់ពីមហូបពីខ្យល់ដង្ហើមដែលយើងដកហ្នឹងមានជាតិពុលម្ហូបអាហារមានជាតិពុលទឹកញ៉ាំក៏មានជាតិពុលដែរ fluoride ហ្នឹងជាជាតិពុលយើងនឹងអត់ដឹងទឹកសាបនេះដាក់ដបញ៉ាំស្រួលណាស់ប៉ុន្តែគេពិសោធន៍គេយកទៅតេស្តមើលមានសិតតែជាតិពុលយើងញ៉ាំច្រើនយូរទៅធ្វើឲ្យយើងនឹងពុលនៅក្នុងពីអានេះស្លាប់យើងពីក្នុងមកវិញណា Okay. Hi Marianne, thank you for joining my live broadcast and I will message you later on. Again, this is sickening. Abort and they can have a law from out in New York. This left democratic allow you to kill, to murder baby at 9 months at the, when they're born. You can murder them for body parts. This is sickening. This is not human. This is so evil.
Pepsi was busted for doing that. Pepsi was using that as a flavor enhancer in their cola.
Yeah, PepsiCo is certainly one of them, but the list is very long, and it's important for everybody to download the flyer that we have on stopthecrime.net so you don't consume.
This is cannibalism at best, and yet we don't know that we're eating human. We're consuming human being. These are baby, and you don't know what you're eating. These are human being flesh that you're eating that make your food taste, smell, and make you look younger. So these are cannibalism, and also it could also has other effects in your DNA, in your genetic disease can come out. So again, these are sickening evil people. That what they're doing.
This aborted fetal tissue. What does it do? Well, it incites anger, and it literally rewires our brain as we cannibalize ourselves. The same thing, of course, which happened with mad cow disease when they were grinding up roadkill and other cattle and feeding it to the cattle. We're being fed our own species, and we must know the products that are certainly implementing this. So I'm going to just read some of this to you now. But again,
so that's why we should stop eating all these processed food that they're shoving into our face, that they're being publicized, commercialized, and to taste good, crunchy, fresh. Okay, but actually all this is food additive that they're putting into is human being, is baby that's been aborted. That is sickening. So again, grow your own food, your fruit, your vegetable, raise your own cattle, raise your own chicken, whatever, organically. not hormone feed, and then you know it's just so sickening to see all this thing happen, and people still don't know that we are being depopulated. And same thing like McDonald's for chicken nugget, they are adding this additive and also nanotechnology in those chicken nuggets. So again, processed food, you don't know what they put in, and now you know what they're putting in. Your food is to kill you. Okay. All right. So let's continue on this.
I caution you when you type in the list of companies using fetal cells from aborted babies, which you can do. Again, the list of companies using fetal cells from aborted babies. You're going to see a very disturbing photograph. But Cinemix is listed on its website, and its partners decided to ignore the letter from the Right to Life group that was certainly organizing against the use of humans in the food supply. And sadly, the Right for Life group lost their bid to stop this during the Obama administration. Now remember, it doesn't matter who's president. Anyone could have been president at that time. We're a corporate structure. We're run by the corporation, and certainly PepsiCo is a massive corporation. So during the Obama administration, and sadly, on February 28th of 2012, the President's Security and Exchange Commission ruled that PepsiCo's use of aborted fetal human tissue remains in their research and development agreement with Cinemix to produce flavor enhancements, falls under ordinary business operations.
How is it ordinary business operation when you take an aborted fetus and feed it to the population? How is that a normal operation? So we are being fed human flesh. ចឹងហើយបានថាពួកអ្នកមានពួកឈួតអស់នេះតែថាវាចង់សម្លាប់យើងហ្នឹងវាឲ្យយើងហ្នឹងស៊ីកូនងាស៊ីសាច់មនុស្សដែលថាវាសម្លាប់ហ្នឹងវាយកដាក់ក្នុងម្ហូបអាហារដែលយើងញ៉ាំឲ្យយើងញ៉ាំយើងអត់ដឹងអូយឆ្ងាញ់ណាស់អូយស្អីស្អីឆ្ងាញ់ណាស់ទឹកក្រូច Pepsi ខុកអីហ្នឹងអូយឆ្ងាញ់មិនដឹងពុលមិនដឹងយើងនឹងញ៉ាំមនុស្សដែលថាវាកូនងាដែលថាវាស្លាប់ហ្នឹងអញ្ចឹងហើយបានថាឃើញហើយមហារីកកើតច្រើនណាស់មហារីកសែនមហារីក cancer all over these cancer cell, okay, these are evil. So again, wake up, and to hit them where it hurts by not buying all this product, by not buying this processed food. Start growing your own food. Know where it came from. Start growing your own food. For that being said, I'd like to, if you want to finish watching this video, you can go to the SGT report. Okay, you can finish watching this video. So I'm going to end this broadcast. And wake up, people. ជាក់ខ្លាំងឲ្យដឹងថាអ្វីដែលវាធ្វើដែលវាចង់សម្លាប់យើងនេះឃើញអស់ហើយប៉ុន្តែប្រជាជនទូទៅអត់ដឹងវាមានប្រាប់យើងរបៀបវាធ្វើរបៀបដែលវាចង់សម្លាប់យើងវាមិនប្រាប់យើងមុនច្បាប់ដែលវាចេញមកថា មុនវាចង់ធ្វើអីវានឹងបញ្ចេញមកប្រាប់យើងហើយប៉ុន្តែយើងនឹងអត់មានតបទៅវិញអត់មានឲ្យយើងមិននិយាយទៅវិញ so again just like you said your silence is your consent is your agreement because you know what they're doing and you stay silent so your silence is their consent it's consent them to do what they're doing so wake up speak up protect yourself live freely and protect yourself start growing your own food just like I've been saying backyard front yard start growing it fruit tree vegetable whatever you eat the most whatever you love because all this food that they're shoving it to us is cannibalism is poison so if you believe that they're doing for your own good and so far you've seen all the evidence the depopulation the agenda 21 agenda 30 the transhumanism where they can transform your soul into a robot so because they wanted to live longer and by them approving this stupid law where you can abort a baby at 9 months at the time of birth they can murder a baby and sell out their body part and then using those body part to add into our food system and feed back to us the mass population wake up we are being cannibalized our own for that being said if you have not subscribed to my channel please subscribe like share and also click the bell and អ្នកទាំងអស់គ្នាបើអ្នកសូមបញ្ចប់ប៉ុណ្្នឹងហើយបើថាអ្នកមិនទាន់បានចូលរួមជាមួយប៉ុស្តិ៍ខ្ញុំនឹងសូមឲ្យ subscribe like share ហើយនឹងចុចកណ្ដឹងពេលខ្ញុំចេញមកផ្សាយនឹងអាចបានចូលរួមជាមួយខ្ញុំហើយណាមួយទៀតនិយាយថាអ្វីដែលគេធ្វើនេះគេនឹងចង់សម្លាប់យើងឥឡូវយើងដឹងហើយតើយើងដឹងហើយតើយើងនឹងនៅញ៉ាំនៅធ្វើតាមគេអត់ពិចារណាមើលទៅអ្វីដែលគេធ្វើហ្នឹងមិនមែនឲ្យយើងរស់នៅស្រួលមូលទេឲ្យយើងរស់ស៊ីមានទូធាយទេគេនឹងចង់សម្លាប់យើង80ទៅ90% ចោលមកក្នុងលើផែនដីហ្នឹងតើបើយើងដឹងហើយតើយើងគិតធ្វើយ៉ាងម៉េចយើងត្រូវប្រឆាំងយើងត្រូវមិនឲ្យគេធ្វើអ្នកណាគេចេញច្បាប់មកនឹងអាចសម្លាប់កូនងា9ខែចេញតែថាកើតមកហ្នឹងនឹងអាចសម្លាប់បានហើយយកកូនងាគ្រឿងកូនងានឹងយកបេះដូងយកសួតយកអីទៅឲ្យលក់ឲ្យអ្នកណាគេមានលុយទិញនឹងអាចលក់បាននឹងអាចទិញបានព្រោះគេចង់បានរស់នៅជីវិតយូរហើយយកសាច់ដែលថាកូនងានឹងដែលគេសម្លាប់នឹងយកមកកិនហើយដាក់ក្នុងម្ហូបអាហារក្នុងទឹកញ៉ាំលក់ឲ្យយើងញ៉ាំទៅវិញទៅទៀតចឹងហើយមកថាវានេះជាអាក្រក់សែនអាក្រក់ so ចឹងហើយមកថាសូមយកចិត្តទុកដាក់សូមស៊ើបមើលតាមទៅបើមិនជឿឃើញហើយឃើញអស់ហើយ okay all right hello thank you so much and សូមលាសូមអរគុណសូមជម្រាបលា bye bye